Hushed Orbit is a 2.5D top-down horror survival stealth game. In this game, players take the role of Stevie, a junior rank engineer that was trapped inside the Love Sector 7 and hunted by an extraterrestrial being that relies entirely on sound. We are Capstone Ninjas, presenting our first devlog for our first game, Hushed Orbit. The idea behind this game came from one of our members, Secret Cat. She noticed that many horror games follow the same formula, so unlike many horror games that rely on scripted scares, we made this game to focus on sound-based gameplay where enemies react to sounds players make, creating a more tense and unpredictable experience. The two main inspiration and references we use for our game is Alien Isolation and A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead, with both having extraterrestrial beings that hunt down the player in different ways. A Quiet Place being a reference for our gameplay mechanics because of the death angels reacting to sound from the environment or players. While Alien Isolation being a reference for our story and setting in the outer space. After getting our references for the story and game mechanics for the game, we now need to define what art style we would use both in our game environment and characters. We decided to go for a low poly art style environment and assets in a top-down view, similar to Signalis, while using 2D sprites as our character model on both the main character and the enemy. So in the early stages of the game, we started by implementing an enemy AI that reacts to sound and environmental traps that produces sounds, in turn attracting the enemy AI to the location of the sound, which is paired with multiple UIs for the oxygen bar, sound bar, and heartbeat sensor. This was the early development stage of the game, wherein we used placeholders for our assets in both UI and enemy AIs, and focused on implementing the gameplay mechanics that are important to the game. Once the game mechanics that were important was solidified, the next step we took was creating the 2D sprite models for the main character and the monster. We used a character sheet to define their proportions and easily scale it to a pixelated version. For the character, we had two versions, which still needs an improvement on our animations and proportions for the sprites. For the monster, we only have one version and is still needing a possible update. Here are the 2D sprites animated in-game. When the 2D sprites was finished, we started to draft concept arts and plans for our environment, followed by constructing the map piece by piece. While the map is being made, we started creating the low poly assets that will be placed all around the stage. And additionally, made texture sprites for the floor tiles. After the stage was completed, we added sound effects to the character, enemy, assets, and added changing background music based if you are getting chased by the enemy or not. Now that we have gone through everything that was done till the current version of the game, here's a full gameplay showcase of what we have so far. Our game is still incomplete and will need more updates to at least qualify for its public release. Here are some updates to look out for in the future devlogs. Updated sprite animation and model for enemy and main character. More assets added around the map. Extended map and room size adjustments. And lastly, improved UI design. That's all for our latest devlog, and if you guys enjoyed watching, please leave a like and subscribe. And maybe leave a comment, because we appreciate every feedback we get. If you want to see more of the live progress of our game updates or have any questions, you can join this Discord link. Or just follow us on our FB page and comment or like on our posts. See you around, engineers!